Well, the film Reunion 10 Years After is structured around two meetings between Serbs and Albanians from Kosovo. One in 1999, when a group of Serbs and Albanians met secretly almost to try to find out what the other part was thinking when Kosovo was on the brink of war. And then there is a reunion of these two groups 10 years later. And they meet and they discuss. Know that the table have turned, the Albanians are in position, the Serbs are the underdogs. When I show them the film from 1999, they get a kind of new context for the situation, and they get confronted with who they used to be. Well, I think that it changed the way they were looking at themselves and the way they were looking at the situation in Kosovo. I think that whenever you see some images of yourself from 10 years ago, it provokes a kind of reflection in your head, and it will be like that for everybody. But when you have gone through a war, there is such a clear cut between what used to be and what's present. And for them, it was like a reminder of how they were thinking before the war and what it was like. And it was also a kind of putting them in a context that was new to them, to think that I used to be an underdog, now I am in a position, I have power, what does it mean? You know, in former Yugoslavia, there has been a lot of investment from the West when it comes to building up the infrastructure, when it comes to building democratic institutions, when it comes to include the political system into European integration system and so on. But there has not been so much investment into persons and into groups and building of meeting places where Serbs and Albanians can actually meet. So I wanted to see how these few efforts who have been done had worked. And as I'm always saying, it's really easy to evaluate the effect of money when it comes to investment into infrastructure. But when you invest in human nature and in human capital, then it's more difficult to find out, did it really work? But I was thinking that to work with film and to have the opportunity to do documentary, to document, could be one of the maybe the best way to see what can change in people's minds through this kind of dialogue meetings. That doesn't mean that I was like going to tell a success story about these meetings, because there is a very difficult work. But I learned very much about the process, and I think that I could say that all the participants also felt that the two meetings in 10 years' time also changed their lives.